Good day everyone! We are from IPMI Executive MBA Class 2023. Our group grid would like to present one of the best author book review by Ram Charan. What is the CEO wants you to know? How your company really works. Ram is a best-selling author. Ram Charan books are shared around the world for their unique insight into modern business issues. Ram has coached more than a dozen leaders who went to become CEOs. Charan partner Kevin Arcombe and Stephen M. Arcovey to form Acumen Learning. Acumen Learning and Ram Charan have an agreement to use the concept in the book What the CEO Wants You to Know. Ram has helped to define and popularize the idea of business acumen being an essential leadership characteristic in management. Ram is a world-renowned business consultant, author, and speaker who has spent the past 40 years working with many top companies, CEOs, and boards over time. As practical business solution, Ram is known for cutting through the complexity of running a business in today's fast-changing environment to uncover the core business problem. Ram real-world solution shared with billions through his books and articles in top business publications have been praised for being practical, relevant, and high actionable. The kind and fast you can use Monday morning in areas such as growth, talent development, corporate governance, and making money models for digital age. Our group also consists from several business practice backgrounds. Shall we start to share our review on what CEO wants you to know? How your company really works.
A very good day everyone. Today we will discuss a book by Ram Charan titled What the CEO Wants You to Know. The review will be delivered by great team from IPMI Business School Jakarta, Indonesia, with reviewers Dwi Ruth Kurniasi, Eki Kurniawan, Frederick Ramadhani, Hendy Wirawan, and Yuli Indriasari. Without further ado, I am Eki Kurniawan. I will start with part 1 and part 2 of the book. Let's begin. A brief about Ram Charan, the author of What the CEO Wants You to Know, who is a highly esteemed business consultant, speaker, author, with extensive experience in advising top executives and CEOs. He is renowned for his expertise in areas such as leadership, strategy, corporate governance, and organizational effectiveness. Charan has worked with numerous Fortune 500 companies, providing guidance and insights to help them address complex business challenges and drive performance improvement. He has served as a trusted advisor to CEOs and senior executives, leveraging his deep understanding of business dynamics and his ability to identify key issues and opportunities. With a practical and results-oriented approach, Charan has gained a reputation for his ability to distill complex business concepts into simple and actionable ideas. He has a talent for translating his extensive knowledge and experience into practical frameworks and tools that leaders can apply in their own organizations. Through his book, including What the CEO Wants You to Know, Charan shares his insights into the mindset and priorities of CEOs, helping readers gain a better understanding of the fundamental principles of business. His writing style is known for its clarity, conciseness, and focus on practical advice that readers can implement. In the beginning of the book, the author wanted us to think back to our school days and the best teacher we ever had, the one who seemed to know everything about the subject and had something all the other teachers lacked: the ability to boil down complex ideas so that the students can really get it. The best CEOs are like the best teachers. They are able to take the complexity and mystery out of business by focusing on the money-making fundamentals. And they make sure that everyone in the company, not just their executive colleagues, understands those building blocks of business. People will feel more connected to their work and have greater job satisfaction when they really understand how their organization works. That's why the best CEO everywhere works so hard to explain things. Chances are the employees build their career in one area of the company, such as sales, finance, or production or operations. These specializations, usually known as business functions, are sometimes also called as chimneys or silos. Those career tracks tend to narrow the worker's perspective and influence their decisions and trade-offs that they make every day. What's best or most exciting for their department is not necessarily the best for the company as a whole. In order to work in an orchestrated effort, the employees need to understand the big picture, to know how the organization works, their role in the systems, and what can they do to help the whole company. Another key skills that very important today are collaboration and integration. Think for a moment about the creation of the Amazon Echo, the voice-controlled device that can generate to-do lists, play music, set alarms, provide news and weather updates in real time, and control the smart devices in your home. It took people who knew speech recognition software, artificial intelligence, and electronics, among other skills, sharing expertise and making trade-offs, compromise, and make adjustments to make the product a reality. And it had to happen quickly to beat the competition to the market. Those people understood the building blocks of the business. For example, everything about Echo was created with the customer, one of the main business fundamentals, in mind. The team that created Echo knew the device had to execute every request in literally a second or less, or the consumer would be frustrated. So that became a non-negotiable objective. Collaboration is necessary because more and more work is being done in teams, as organizations of every type finally realize that people at the top are not the sole depository of all knowledge, while at the same time, those works cut out across all functions, making integration as much important. The best CEOs and the street vendors, they think the same way. They know their cash situation, they know which are their most profitable items, they understand the importance of keeping their products moving off the shelves, and they know their customers, because satisfying customers is what ultimately keeps you in the business. The way their minds work, the way they cut through the largest and most complex issues to the fundamentals of business is based on simplicity. Simplicity leads to clarity. A good CEO had a way of bringing the most complex business down to the fundamentals. The first half of the book explained the building blocks of every business: cash, inventory turns, profitable growth, and satisfying customer. And see how all CEOs, whether they run startups, online companies, or larger traditional ones, use each one. While the complexities of businesses are different, the approach is not. Business is always changing, but the basics remain the same. There is this universal language of business. There are basically 4 basic fundamentals of money making: the customers and knowing how to satisfy them better than competitor; cash generation, by knowing a company's cash situation and improving cash inflow and outflow. The third is knowing how to maximize returns on the invested capital, which consists of 2 parts, the profit margin and the velocity, and the good growth, which energizes the organization and its people. Those are the 4 building blocks of business, the universal language of business. The third point that raised by the book is on the leadership. How the strong leader will harness the best out of the team and put the right person on the right job. No matter what the job, if the person making decision is not suited to it, the quality of the decisions could be poor, and the whole company suffers as a result. Leaders who deliver results consistently over a long period of time are the ones who recognize what an individual can do best. They link the business need and the personal's natural talent. They take the time and effort to place individuals where their strengths can have the most impact. Every business needs the right people in the right job. And that's the end for the beginning parts. We will then continue to part 3 and 4, which will be delivered by my colleague. Thank you for staying with us.
Hello everyone, back with me Frederick from Grit. I will explain about the chapter 3 and chapter 4 from the Ram Charan's book, What the CEO Wants You to Know. In the chapter 3 titled, Every Business is the Same Inside, the 4 things every company everywhere needs to master. So basically Ram Charan explains there is 4 building blocks and money making in business. The first block is customer. You need to have customers to have a business. Yeah, so surely without customers you don't have a business. And the second, generating cash. Generating cash is so important as cash is same like oxygen for us human being, and without oxygen there is no life, right? And then the cash here is defined as amount of money available in your bank account or in your hands to operate the business, to make sure the business still continue. The third block is sufficient return in your invested capital, and the fourth is growing profitably. So Ram Charan emphasizes in this chapter the importance of understanding the financial aspect of business. Ram Charan highlights that all employees regarding their roles should have a basic understanding of how their actions impact the financial performance of the company. For example, if the messenger sending the invoices to the clients late, meaning the customer also receive the invoices late also, right? And then they will transfer the money longer, and the company should receive the money from the customer also. And it takes some time, and it will continue the operational aspect of the company, paying the salary, buying the stock, for example. This chapter covers key concepts such as income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow statement. It explains how these financial statements provide insights into a company's profitability, assets, and liquidity. Charan encourages employees to get used themselves with these statements and use them as tools to make informed decisions. Charan emphasizes the significance of generating cash flow and the role it plays in the long-term success of a business. He explains that making money is not just about revenue, but also about managing costs, investment, and working capital efficiently. In the chapter 4, Total Business, this is about how to connecting all those 4 building blocks and make them into action. You will provided by several questions regarding the financial situation and how you will need to address those questions or those situations, what kind of steps needed. So the total business, it's like the chapter 4, the total business is like to practice all the knowledge in the chapter 2. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you for watching this video. See you next time. Bye.
My name is Henry Wirawan. I am from Group 1 from Grit. I want to discuss about the book Ram Charan, What CEO Wants to Know. In here, there is five categories there is very important to the company. First one is strategy. The second one is action. The third one is office environment, and the fourth one is get the right people for the position. Stop. And the fifth one is key point leadership. I want to explain about the strategy. In strategy, all the idea we will put in the one forum or one box. All of our employee idea we will put in one box. After that, we're gonna choose one or two which one is the best for our company. So we're gonna take action. Now, before we make the idea, Ram Charan say in the book, in the company there should be a very nice environment for the people. Why? Because environment is important to get talented people wants to working with the company. Because if we have a very talented people, so in the fourth block, we can put the right man in the right position. And the number 5, and the key point of all in this is the leadership, is the leader. Why? Because leader will choose what idea we gonna use for the company. To get the all in this, we expect the number 1 is result oriented, the number 2 is performance oriented, number 3 is goal oriented by giving incentive and reward in driving performance, and number 4 is creating team that had agility and adaptability in rapidly changing business environment. This is the result or the target that in the book of the CEO wants to know wants. In here, why the leadership is the key point? Because leadership develops of what we call the strategy is know-how. Know-how is signifies as core competitive advantage for companies. It defines know-how, the unique combination of knowledge, skill, expertise that set the company apart from its competitor. It means that if we go back again from the blog, put the right people in the right position, because that's how the company can go, that's how the company can make profit. That's all. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ruth from Grit Team, and I will be explaining to you on the third and the final part of the book What CEO Wants You to Know, written by Ram Charan. The third part is with the title of An Age in Execution. A good leader is a people who is capable of creating a flawless execution in generating resources for growth, delivering results consistently, and building confidence. And that's why a leader must rely the help of others, because the leader knowing what needs to be done and also knowing and understand how to get it done by harnessing the efforts of others and expanding their capacity. And it is related to put into the right people into the right jobs. So, because it is a definition of a success of a business relies on professionals who possess their necessary skills and talents to fulfill their roles effectively. And it is very important to understand that we must place employees in positions where their strengths can have the most impact. And to make it happen, we have to identify these three important things. Number one is the required skills. Second one is the attitude. And the last one is the aptitude of our team and every single team member. And to identify those three things, we have to observe our employees very, very closely. And the next part is talking about coaching. So coaching main objective is to expand the employee's capacity. So it's not just talking about sitting together and then evaluating or discussing about this and that. Because coaching is helping them by giving guidance and providing feedback to them. And by showing it happen, and by showing also specific suggestions for their skills development, we are actually giving them a signal on how to demonstrate care and support. And it is very always reminded that coaching should be done regularly, not waiting until the quarterly or even an annual performance review. The final part of this book is to remind us what we need to know as a good leader. There are 4 important steps that we need to consider. Number 1 is to assess the total business. There must be something that we have to regularly evaluate, monitor, even recalculate or validate and verify. The second one is to cut through complexity. A good leader is a people who are a promoter of a more simpler way. That's why we have to always consider to cut through complexity. The third one is to provide focus, because by knowing what needs to be done first, by putting the priority ranks, we will also give a clear guidance or direction and coordinating our team member to provide focus. Last but not least, we have to help people to expand and synchronize, because a good leader is a people who can also create another and more leader. The final part of this book also remind us the 3 important things: to be a leader of a business, to be a leader of the people, and also to do the synchronization of both, not only into the internal organization, but also our external partners. And that is the summary of the What CEO Wants You to Know book, written by Ram Charan from our great team. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you to all my colleagues of providing chapter by chapter breakdown of the book contents. Allow me, Yuli, to conclude as a summary of Ram Charan's book review. What the CEO Wants You to Know is a book written by Ram Charan, a renowned business consultant and author. And in this book, Charan provides valuable insights and practical advice to help readers understand the fundamental principles of business and what it takes to succeed in today's competitive corporate world. The book is written in a conversational style, making it accessible and easy to digest for both aspiring and seasoned professionals. Charan emphasized that in order to thrive in the business world, individuals must have a solid grasp of the financials and a deep understanding of how their specific role contribute to the overall goals of the organization. The author emphasized the need of the holistic perspective, urging readers to think beyond the immediate responsibility and gain a broader understanding of the business as a whole. He explains the significance of market dynamics, customer needs, and the competitive landscape and how they impact decision-making at all levels. Throughout the books, Charan demystifies financial jargon and explains the essential metrics that CEOs and business leaders rely on to evaluate the health and performance of a company. He discussed the importance of generating cash flow, managing profit margins, and maximizing return on investment. Furthermore, Charan emphasized the significance of continuous learning and adapting to change. He highlights the need for individuals to stay ahead of the curve by embracing the new technologies, understanding the market trends, and continuously improving their skills to remain competitive in today's rapidly evolving business environment. Overall, what the CEO wants you to know serves a practical guide to individuals looking to excel their careers and make a meaningful impact within their organization. It provides valuable insight and the mind of CEOs and equip leaders with the knowledge and tools necessary to think strategically and drive sustainable business growth. We do hope you all enjoyed the review, and please don't forget to like and subscribe the grid ya. Thank you for watching us and see you.